You would not believe it.
This is Scott Graham. Join us Sunday for complete coverage of the conference championship games. Our broadcast kicks off at 2 p.m. Eastern Time and goes until the Super Bowl matchup is set. If it's the NFL playoffs, it's on Westwood One.
Here on Toledo's home for football, ESPN 100.7, The Ticket.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. Relive baseball's greatest moments, connect with the national pastime, and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
This is a Daily Show with Coach Jake Diebler, brought to you by Encova Insurance. Read earlier this week about John Mobley, 5 a.m. workouts, getting in the gym, working on his game. Jake, as a former player, but as a coach, you got to love the fact that guys want to do things on their own, especially in the early morning hours.
Yeah, I love it. He's got a great routine going right now. He's got some, his family being here, I think is awesome, and a really great circle around him. So he's in his zone, as far as routine and what he's doing on a daily basis goes, and I think he just got to stay the course.
Okay, we'll have another comment in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the court. That's why Encova Insurance and their local independent agents are prepared for what's next and protect what matters most to you. Whether that's your home, car, business, or family, Encova's got your back with a policy that fits you perfectly. With local independent agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova's playbook is an easy win for your peace of mind. Basketball is full of challenging shots, and life can be too. With Encova, you don't have to do it alone. Your expert agent will guide you and provide insurance solutions so you can confidently manage your risk and count on a financially secure future. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you. Encova is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
Now, the officials have been talking for quite some time.
All righty, let's see what they have to say.
Sorry, guys. No, you good, bro.
There's no penalty on the play. However, we have conferred and discovered that Bob, the line judge, has saved a boatload for his kids' college using Ohio's 529 plan. It is tax-free, accepted nationwide. Bob recommends we all go to collegeadvantage.com. First down.
Well, that's not entirely unexpected.
Classic Bob.
At Ohio State, we are the never afraid to innovate teams and the improve people's lives teams. Together, we are the Ohio State University.
Jake, and asking you about guys working out, it brings to mind asking about the practice facility you have. And obviously, there's some pluses when you can't get on the main arena floor to be able to have that. But does it just allow you to do a lot of things at a lot of times?
Well, I think, having 24/7 access to a gym is important for our guys. And listen, we'd love to be on our arena floor more, especially as we prepare for the season. And, we have one of the most active facilities in the conference, multi-purpose facilities. So there's a lot of great things that happen in the shop, but having that space, that practice gym, the resources we have here is certainly great for our players and their development.
Okay, this is the Ohio State Sports Network for Learfield.
We all know just because gifts for loved ones can look like flowers, a spa day, or maybe even planning date night. But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. And with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With monthly payments less than the cost of a bouquet of flowers, this is the perfect time to make sure your family is protected.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-596-2626 or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-596-2626. 1-800-596-2626. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
This is not a toy. This is power at the push of a button. Out the front knives from his store and more are built for those who demand speed, strength, and total control. One press, and the blade launches straight out the front. No hesitation, no nonsense. Thick steel, razor edges, solid grips, knives that feel dangerous for the right reasons. Whether you're working hard, pushing limits outdoors, or stacking your collection with serious hardware, these OTF knives deliver reliability when it matters most. No cheap junk, no weak blades, just hard-use knives from trusted makers, hand-picked by people who know steel. If you're ready to carry something that means business, stop by his store and more and get your hands on an out-the-front knife today. His store and more. Push the button. Feel the power.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Lose the weight or stop smoking, guaranteed only $59.99. Saturday, February 7th at the Hampton Inn and Suites Toledo Westgate in Toledo. Weight loss hypnosis starts 11 a.m. Stop smoking starts 2 p.m.
Black and White Sports.
Listen, I don't buy tickets anyways because that team doesn't get my money. I buy merchandise right now. I don't buy anything Browns until Kevin Stefanski loses his job.
Hey, now remember, hold on. This is the most incredible part of the comedy. There were 35 quarterbacks on this roster at one point. And this guy, you guys won't let this boy even pretend like he's going to play? I don't know how you Browns fans do it, man. It's remarkable.
Weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket.
What are you doing here? Business.
I'm the champion of the world, and nothing can be done about that. I can't be beat, and I won't be beat. This time I'm gonna train even harder. There won't be no quick knockdown.
Because the beating that you got from BCSN, I should have killed you, kid. You didn't.
This country wants to keep me down. They don't want a man like me to have the title because I'm not a puppet like that fool up there.
He's just another fighter. No, he ain't just another fighter. This guy is a wrecking machine, and he's hungry. Killers like this guy. He'll knock you into tomorrow.
I am ranked number one. One! That means I'm the best. Get out my face. And you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off.
Hard words from a hard man.
Nothing is real if you don't believe in who you are. I reject the challenge. There's no challenge.
Don't listen to it. No, do listen to it. When this is over, a lot of folks are going to owe you an engraved apology.
What's your prediction for the fight then?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
Okay, let's begin. Turn it up. Thursday. Turn it up. Make the jump, Josh. Let's get excited, man. What's going down? However you may be listening, whatever you may be into, welcome to Black and White Sports. We call it the fastest buck 20 in sports because we're here for 2 hours daily. We appreciate you until 6 p.m. We are brought to you by my good friends at the Bellamere Suites, Perrysburg, Ohio, to Cumming, GA. That's suburban Atlanta. Welcome into my Facebook streamers and the YouTube streamers, everybody at Savvy Television, Andre of the Savages, the 1007 The Ticket Facebook page, the website 1007theticket.com. Clicking the Listen Live tab is your best bet there. We got a full compliment today on a Turn It Up Thursday. You know what? Where did you come with this? What's with the Jules Santana? I don't like the feel. Turn it over. Gotta turn over something else. I was thinking about I was traveling in. Get touch it, Josh. What you got? Oh no, that's all good. Okay, I can roll with this. I was going Busta Rhymes. We didn't even have to go Busta Rhymes. I like okay better. Okay, so as I was saying, we turn it up on a Thursday. 877-909-1007 is how you get in on it if you want to talk to us. Okay, my name is Andre of the Savages. This gentleman over here that you might have heard or something, grumblings, mumblings, that's Josh Burnham. Bam. up there on the top half. We got to adjust that too. Same thing as yesterday, Josh. How are you doing today? Let me do that part first, sir. Are you doing well?
I am doing just fine.
That's what's up.
The weather may be cold outside, but I'm just heating up.
Yep. No question. We already know. We already know what it is, brother. Yes, indeed. He is the one and only. That's Josh Burnham. Guess what? Today, Josh, we're doing it in the, I guess we could call it cap to the playoff mode. We're going to get Unc in here today. From my understanding, Ant Griggs will be here. The one and only, yep, Anthony Griggs, former Cleveland Brown, Philadelphia Eagle, will be by Buckeye Nation. He's one of you as well from the Ohio State University. So it's always fun to talk to him. We have some questions. We have a request inquiry from Uncle Schaefer too. We got to put that in there today too. Then he wants commentary on perhaps the coaching move, Josh. And maybe Brother Griggs can shed light. Talk to him today. And Preston here today. We always like that. Sandman as well. So we got the Cleveland Brown Nation covered. What's funny though, it feels like it's a talkative subject as we move forward. You know what I mean? So we'll do that. But still, we got to find out what to do with this championship Sunday. We're nearing that, Josh. For us, it's our 1 day's time. We're getting ready to have to say something.
Too close.
We got to say something substantive here between now and the next show. I'm trying to forbade the desire to interject any sort of thoughts on it because I should be completely extracted from any of this moving forward the way I performed last weekend. So I don't have the confidence I should have, Josh.
Yeah, it's been a weird season.
Yeah. Well, I thought I was getting ready to explode. Maybe it's not too late, but we're running out of chances is the point, everybody. So we're going to see if we can get busy on it, right? So, yeah, we got the full complement today, man. All the fellas will be through here. A few things. I had a missed shot, actually, or two, Josh. Should I do that first? It's probably best. We missed the shot. No sense in waiting till late in the show, right?
Yeah, I mean, let's get it out right now.
Okay. Well, welcome in, everybody. All right, hold on. We're gonna do this because yesterday there were some things we could have said. This is what we mean when we say, it's a missed shot.
This is deadly. Misses every.
And in missing everything yesterday, I did not take the opportunity to say, Josh, that Eric Bieniemy is back in Kansas City as OC.
Welcome back, Eric.
Yeah. Do you think this will matter? Do you think this will return things to what the people were accustomed to?
I don't think they're going to go back to the Super Bowl or anywhere near that, but it should give them a shot in the arm if the Chiefs are going to do a reboot, bring in some new guys, and have an old dog that's been there to show them the ways of they can become future champions down the road.
Now, what if I told you, ever since Coach Bieniemy walked out of the door, things got progressively worse year after year? Would that do anything to your thoughts there?
Like I said, that's why they brought him back, because if things got worse since he left the first time, they figured bring back the guy that had the magic touch and see what goes from there.
There it is. The second thing, Josh, that I missed saying, well, no, this isn't actually a missed shot. This actually applies to today, everyone. And I'm sorry, Josh, I didn't have you scramble up some imagery. This is the 20-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant's 81-point outing, Josh.
Oh,
for those who like to, celebrate things like that. I'm not even saying I'm one of these people. That was my only issue with Kobe in terms of as a basketball player. He's a high-volume shooter.
Yeah.
I never liked these guys necessarily. It's not necessarily fun to be on the floor with a guy like this who just constantly, he's just shooting and jacking up shots constantly, But whatever. I would much rather have that now than have 23.
Yeah,
I tell you.
But still, 81 points. And I do believe it was against the Raptors.
Yep. Snapping. Completely snapping. Did you know, Josh, 55 double nickels in the second half?
Well, he delivered in the clutch. Part. When it counts, better get him in the crunch time than the first half and then just sit around and just sit on it.
Yeah. Oh, Josh Scott. Thank you, Josh Burnham. Cut it out.
That phrase that just came from Happy Days.
Yeah, okay. That's right. Happy Days. We know, Josh. So yes, Kobe Bryant, 81 anniversary. Seems like I can't imagine how much that and they said it would happen to me. They said, Sav, one day you're gonna miss Bean. You're gonna miss Bean. I do. This because this fiasco and sham flangers clicks go flapping and this would not be happening.
That's true, Rose.
It would not be happening. None of this. It just because the pressure would have got too hot, the heat would have been turned up. I'm not saying like Kobe's gonna bust in and drag this fool out, by his headband or any of that. No, what I'm saying though is like a lot of the politics is not happening, and you're not getting that off on Jeannie, and Rob Pelinka's not dancing with the dance, and all of that is out. Bean would have just took it over. We could have it would have been just better. Somebody would have cared. Nobody says that it's all right to not like this man who does not respect like the winning, the real part of it, like the Mendoza part. Can you imagine LeBron ever doing something like risking getting like a charge, getting knocked out, or just where he could get flipped over, Josh, trying to dunk on somebody with the intensity of trying to just win at all costs? I can't picture such a feat.
All I'm saying is like if LeBron James played in the 70s and 80s, especially in tough leagues like say the ABA,
what would happen, Josh?
I think he would be pressing like assault charges.
Right. Filing charges. These mean men are out here doing things. I can't do what I want to do. No. But that wasn't what the whole thing wasn't trying to do that. It was just too easy to do. So we did it. But nonetheless, it was Kobe's 81. We don't have it. There's no Laker lore, but he's almost gone. Don't you worry, everybody. He's almost gone. We're going to come back to that. A lot of NBA stuff. Also, too, NBA finalists announced, Josh, NBA finalists, excuse me. MVP finalists announced NFL. And they will have the winner announced at the NFL honors when they get to the Super Bowl week or whatever, when they do that. The ceremony thing they do.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's in Frisco this year.
Well, yeah, so they will announce the winner. Well, here I can just say too, Josh Allen,
no surprise.
Trevor Lawrence,
Coley,
yeah, how about that? Drake May.
I can see that. Yeah,
it's just great. Every time I say it, it always brings a certain joy. Every time I say it, Drake May. Everybody else say it with me. Drake May.
Drake May.
Drake may win the Super Bowl right away. Isn't that something?
It could happen.
I don't know, because they didn't want to respect my thoughts, Josh. I came from the draft night. That's the guy.
Yeah, you were there on day one. You said
that's the guy.
That Drake May, he's going to be something special. Forget about the Mitch Trubisky legacy of Carolina quarterbacks. Drake May is going to rewrite that.
That's all it is, people. Youngest of 5 boys. There's no punk there. That's all it is. That's the only reason I said it. Because whatever it is, he might not have eaten. He had to fight. He might not have gotten food. Messing with your 5 brothers, and they all look like they a bunch of oak tree boys. You know what I'm saying? They look like, Drake might be. We might see his brothers. We don't even really see him all in the press. What if these boys is like, oh my goodness. So, I figured it's no sassafras happening there. And we went with it. But anyway, sorry, Josh. And Christian McCaffrey.
Of course, the hometown kid.
And Matthew Stafford.
Not surprised.
There's your MVP finalist list. NFL Honors will announce the award.
Yeah, I'm thinking Stafford will get just barely past Drake May.
I don't know. I think this weekend is going to say a lot on who gets what. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Ultimately, how that, you know what I'm saying, how that's going to go, especially with these two guys in it. And what if neither one wins the Super Bowl? Which is what I don't want to tell you what I'm thinking yet, but nonetheless. All right, so there it is. It's a Turn Up Thursday. We got a few things. Obviously, we'll get to all of that. Also, too, last night, if you guys were tuned in, bets, Josh, you know how that went?
Yeah, let's find out how it went.
Okay, we should check.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the best bets from last night.
Yep.
Want to start basketball first?
Okay,
Collegiate basketball.
that's fine. What did we say?
You said Texas, UK over 151.5. And pulling up the figures right now.
Hold on. You know what, Josh? I did take a screenshot. Hold on. I can save us a bunch of time now that you just reminded me going to your phone. Here's what it is. Okay, my friend. You said what? We started with the college basketball, and Josh said the over 149 or 143 or 140? 149 and a half.
You said 151.5.
151 and a half?
Yes.
Okay, even better. We were at 85.80 was your final there.
That was 166. Which means, pulling this up.
Thank you. I wanted to let him get this out. Okay, no doubt. All right. And then second, we said also we had another over-under there.
Georgetown, Villanova, over 143.5.
The final score was 66-51 for a total of 127, so we were unsuccessful. 1-1. Okay, next.
Cincinnati plus 13.5, money line minus 108.
What did we say? We said take the points on that?
Yeah, take Cincinnati plus 13.5.
I don't think that didn't go well either, if I recall. It wasn't good. Cincinnati, well, let's see. The final score was 77-51.
26-point loss.
Doubled on the points. Ooh. Where we at, 1 and 2?
And the last one in the collegiate level, Northwestern plus 5.5.
And really, we said they could win the game. I thought they would win. I didn't want to go too crazy and clown little Jerry. But the final result, Northwestern wins the ball game.
74-68.
Where we at? What is that? 2 and
You are even Steven 2-2.
Okay. Moving on.
NBA best bets.
Yeah, I think this was a 500 situation as well. What did we say?
First one, Boston minus 10.5.
And the result is Celtics 119. Pacers, I told Hightower, it broke my heart to tell him I had to be honest with him that day, which was last night. 104. 119, 104. And where we at now, Josh? 3 and 2?
Yeah, 3 and 2.
This is what we get ready to even back up. What was the other one? Brooklyn?
Yeah, Brooklyn plus 11.5.
And the Knicks set a record for the all-time scoring.
It was not pretty, folks. It was.
It's 3 and 3. 120-66. Damn, Nets. Wow. What the hell was the Nets on? Okay. Where we at 3 and 3. Okay. Rocking. What we got left?
NHL.
Oh, NHL. This is the part I really wanted to hear. Let's go, Josh. Run them on down. I don't even need to listen. It'll just get ready. We'll just get the sound. We'll get the sound ready. What do we say first?
The Utah Mammoth minus 170 money line.
Utah Mammoth win 5-4. Next, NHL play.
Vancouver Canucks plus 1.5.
What? And when you know, I'll be damned. The Vancouver Canucks 1-2, 4-3. Ooh, 2 of those on the ice for the black guy. Okay.
And the last one, Avalanche 6.5.
Avalanche, it was under 6.5.
Under 6.5.
Under 6.5. Final score, Anaheim Ducks, who I also said in passing, I told Andy I thought could do well enough to at least compete. I like the puck line there, could even win, but Colorado is a strong force at home, difficult to surmount. But 2-1 was your final. That's a lot less than 6.5.
So that's a correct one.
Yeah. And guess what that makes us in hockey again?
3-0.
Ooh, let's go ahead and break. Talk to Impress next. AG will be through. Sandman, all of this. It's a Turn It Up Thursday. We'll see if we can crank it up. Oh, my goodness. Also, too, the Don't Do It today. You'll like that. We have Bills owner Terry Bagula and Giannis Antetokounmpo. These guys don't do it as leaders, please, when we come back. Sit tight.
Black and White Sports with Andre of the Savages on 100.7 The Ticket.
E
ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
Next with the left lane block, 75 southbound before 280. It's stop and go back to Alexis. That's your Cumulus Toledo. Right now, traffic.
When the lights get brighter, the games get bigger, and you're craving a place that feels like home, there's only one destination.
His store and more. Quality gear, serious tools, and knives that mean business.
Property managers, contractors, when air quality matters, trust First Filter in Perrysburg. For over 20 years, we've delivered custom and specialty filters to commercial facilities all across Northwest Ohio. Buildings and schools to construction sites and apartment complexes. Need a hard-to-find size? We'll build it right here in-house. First Filter is your partner in clean, efficient air with expert support and fast turnaround. Find us behind Owens Community College. Call 419-666-5260 or visit firstfilterllc.com. Clean air starts with First Filter.
Black and white sports.
Tell that police officer, take out that badge, bitch. I whoop the shit out your motherfucking ass. The police officer whoop your ass in front of a gym full of folks. What's your next step, cuz? What's your next step?
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
What's your next step? Josh, Josh, you can't tell. You see, the thing is, the people can't see the video that came from. Because the dude said, he told the police officer, it's this and this. Take the badge off, and I'll whoop your ass. This is what the man said. Imagine saying this on the street, Josh, but the police officer obliges you. Like, doesn't even go to the gun, nothing on the hip, none of that. Just go ahead, okay, let's buckle down.
Yeah. There's a term for that. Cruising. He's cruising for a bruising.
But yes, when you get whooped, the man said, used to play it again. He said, and he's whooped him in front of a gym full of people, too. I think it was children around. Hey, that's what I'm saying. We only play it. We only share it because it's good for you. It's all good for the community. It's Black and White Sports. Welcome back. ESPN Radio in Toledo, Ohio. This is where you find it. The Ticket. 100.7 FM. We're brought to you by the Bellamere Suites. All calls, guests, and so forth are brought to you by the Bellamere Suites Wake Up Call Line. Coming to that here momentarily. Intermediately, we must get to this. We like to ring the bell. Should have done it a few minutes ago, but welcome back in here, everybody. 877-909-1007. I am Andre of the Savages. That other voice you heard was that man Burnham. He is Ed's son, and they're very proud, and so are we. Josh kind of keeps this thing together. It's a Turn It Up Thursday. Anthony Griggs through here today. Monty Features will be through here. Andy Sanzata. So we always like doing that. Rock and roll with the fellas. We will chop it up. But let's ring the bell, Josh. In the meantime, as we salute our man Anthony Butler. He is the master barber and stylist. Ladies.
Want to ring the bell? All right. Ding, ding.
Land. Name your price. That's a good one, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
I would rather buy Legoland, too, than Greenland.
Yeah, like
but why do people want to mess with Greenland, though? You know how the people are chilling in Greenland and, like, Norway?
Yeah, it's one of those Nordic countries or territories where a lot of the indigenous people live in their best life.
Yeah. What is happening, man? Can't even go chill and hide from the foolishness. Okay, what is it? NHL to pop it off. Wings. Overtime. Maple Leafs. 2-1. A success. I think I picked them last night, too. It was just something else that didn't work out. It was a longer situation. But anyway, Wings busy.
And Dylan Larkin scored the game winner at 3:08 in overtime, his 25th of the season, assisted by Moritz Seider, two of the young, bright stars the Red Wings are relying on, and they're delivering through. It's going to happen. The Yzer plan is going to come to fruition. The Red Wings, after like nearly a decade absence, shall be back in the playoffs, and the trajectory is pretty good, unless they don't trip up.
All the way up. That's where you bring that in, Josh. We all the way up. Okay.
Moving
Next.
right along. the Pistons. And they beat the Pelicans.
Well, I mean, that isn't saying much. You know what's not great about talking about this one? It's a little closer than it needed to be based on the talent levels here. What did Zion do? He must have had a big game here. I didn't even check my property stuff. He must have clowned.
He only played 14 minutes, scored 4 points.
Oh, wow. And they only lost by 8? Who got busy for the Pelicans?
Let's see. Sadiq Bey led the Pelicans with 20. Trey Murphy III had 17. Jeremiah Fears with 12. And off the bench, Micah Peavy with 12. As for your Pistons, Jalen Duren led all, scored 20. Jenkins with 17. Robinson 15. Thompson 12. Harris 10. And Cade Cunningham did not play. He sat out the game.
There you go. And that's why we would have bet Pistons there. I didn't even look at it, though. I just didn't like it. It was funky. It was too easy. I felt like it would have been a setup against Detroit, but I didn't know Cade wasn't playing. And I heard that. You guys know how we do. That would have been an easy Piston pick, though. All right, let's go. What else? We're moving.
Cavaliers.
Yep,
They actually won a game.
Yeah, of course they did. They were playing the Hornets. 94-87 was the final, I guess. Now, there'll be glaring stats. Donovan Mitchell, I'm sure, to lead the pack.
That is correct. 24 points on 8 of 20 shooting.
What was his assist situation? That's all I ever want to hear anymore about Donovan Mitchell.
6 helpers.
Okay, all right.
And he had
Acceptable.
8 turnovers as well.
Of course. Damn, blows that up. So, damn that. Now we down 2. We -2.
Yeah, Brandon Miller had 24 to lead the Hornets, and Con Knuppel had 21. The 2 bright spots for the Hornets as they came close but fell short by 7 to the Cadavers.
All right, and finally,
your BGSU Lady Falcons. They took one on the chin.
Uh-oh. Again. Ooh, boy, 82-57. But the OU ladies, they serious. So
Yeah,
we're not really tripping on
Yeah, I was hearing a little bit of Danny's show earlier. Some caller called in, was very psyched up about the BG Falcons, complaining about how they're not living to their potential, and he blames it on the coach.
Damn, people are feisty. You can't even get it together at Bowling Green. You guys feel like that? We're calling in for people's heads like this.
It's the Signetti effect.
I guess.
I mean,
so,
he's put everyone on blast, not just all the Big Ten coaches in football, but any other sports that especially may have not had like success in a while. It's like, if he can do it in 2 years, what's your problem?
Yeah, see, and that's weird. We should not start believing that it is that possible for anyone else. And not to say that Signetti is, although an anomaly on many levels, right? But there's a pattern and a process that he probably could identify that subscribes to ultimately the construction and the laser sharp calibration of community building. That is what the talent of Signetti actually ends up being. And that's probably the most unduplicatable thing that is very difficult and impossible to duplicate. So people should stop. And that's not going to be happening. People doing that, what we just saw. And if it were happening, that would then suggest that the sort of desensitized and infected version of whatever the competition space would be, if it were that possible, moving forward very frequently. You know, this idea of these laser hyper turnarounds. Just like even the Eagles come to mind right now. Why was that? Because the addition of a certain type of guy to that roster was just the right complement at that time in terms of what else was there. There were a couple other guys that were in that locker room with the Eagles, you know, as champs. You know, so not just Kelsey, there's a couple other guys in there, but they don't have them now. And that's why, you know, ass-face Brown was allowed to cut loose. That's how that stuff can happen. And then the result, that stuff would have happened sooner. but it's the reason why you can't build it, or they would have been on your man, not Cincinnati, but Sirianni would have been. They on his neck anyway. You get one bad week, you know what I'm saying, and the people stop cooperating anyway. So you know what I mean. Like that's very strange that people really expect things to go down like that, but then still don't want to accept that something funny is happening in the competitive space. That's also very strange. But anyway, let me get impressing here before we go. We got to hit this last break before we get out of here. Hour one. Thank you guys for hanging. Black and White Sports. It's a turn up Thursday, kind of, but it still feels like it feels melancholy, Josh. We should excite.
Yeah.
I feel like we should do
I'm
something
excited.
loud.
Maybe Beach can do it for us.
He's not a loud guy either. Probably not the addition you want when you want things to really amp up on a super, razor sort of incline. But nonetheless, all guests and calls brought to you by the Bellamere Suites Wake Up Call line. We get our guy New Money in the building here on this Thursday. Everybody, he is none other than the one only Mr. Monty. What's going on, sir?
You get your tease. You get your tease. You get your tease.
He's got an injury. Go ahead, Josh. You were going to say something. Well, I feel like, Josh, I was messing it up. Something was getting ready to happen.
I was about to say, yes, you're right. You got the cheese, but I prefer pepper jack.
See? And that's all I had to do was let it happen. See, what I'm learning how to do is just get out of the way. Just get out of the way. That's all it is, everybody. So,
what's going on?
Welcome into Legoland, sir. We are here today. And, impressed. I got some stuff that this goes along. It's like we keep having this conversation with people, and I wonder how people like yourself will relate to some of these things. Yesterday, first and foremost, by the way, did you see the Bills owner speaking and just reacting to?
No, I missed it. What did he say?
It's even. Don't worry, about to share. That's the perfect part, because now I get a genuine response. You know what I mean, Josh? He gets to react to it. Okay. And so obviously you already know you can roll back and rewind the events of the game. Okay. First of all, but let me preface this as we get ready to do this. And we're going to do this twofold today, people, in our special segment we like to call Don't Do It. And so, we think now it's clear why you don't often hear from the Bills owner, generally speaking. Like the furthest contrast from Mr. Jones, for instance, in Dallas. You know what I mean? This man really doesn't speak. And like I said, before we share this, you may understand why after you hear him react to a few things, the coaching change, and actually, this is an unedited clip, by the way, everybody. So we let it play for the sake of context so you all could feel the enormity and palpability of the transfer in this room in the moment as this man speaks. But it goes on to an intercession where the general manager is concerned, because he gets a question about exactly what we talked about when the caller called a couple of days ago. And I know you and I discussed, we were talking about Josh Allen, and then, I was saying the whole thing about the team and they're not really put together right. And, what's up with the moves? Why is he keeping on having to be Superman every damn year, no matter what? How about stopping that? Bills management. So there it is. Tone is set, Josh. If you don't mind, let us, again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome you back. We are starting to pick up a better momentum this year with it. It's a segment we like to call when we see things or comments or directions we would rather people not go down for their own good. We say to them,
don't do it, bloodbath. 4, don't do it, bloodbath. 3, he gonna do it, boy. 2, kill it. 4, kill it. Okay, all right.
Today, again, it is our man, Terry Bagula, owner of the Buffalo Bills. Now, as I mentioned, Mr. Bagula doesn't often talk. You say to yourself, that's just him being a billionaire player. Owners don't really talk a lot. Jerry's a little different, but the other 31, you don't hear them conversationally. But we think we might know why after he reacts, and we're going to let this roll. We'll see you here in a little over a minute and a half or so. This is good. Can't wait to hear him press because he hasn't heard it at all. So we get a natural response. Josh, please.
My decision to bring in a new coach was based on the results of our game in Denver. I want to take you in the locker room after that game. I looked around. First thing I noticed was our quarterback with his head down, crying. I looked at all the other players. I looked at their faces and our coaches. I walked over to Josh. He didn't even acknowledge I was there. First thing I said to him, I said, "That was a catch." We all know what I'm talking about. He didn't acknowledge me. He just sat there sobbing. He was listless. He had given everything he had to try to win that game. And looking around, so did all the other players on the team. I saw the pain in Josh's face at his presser, and I felt his pain. I know we can do better, and I know we will get better.
Barry, you mentioned that you thought it was a catch and you told Josh it was a catch. Why would you fire a coach based on a bad officiating decision?
I did not fire a coach based on a bad officiating decision. If I can take you into that locker room, I felt like we hit the proverbial playoff wall year after year.
So now, and Pros, we get ready to go to break here, but you go ahead and respond your early and initial reaction. I have more. It'll have to wait till
well, one,
you
you don't make permanent decisions off of temporary feelings, right?
Oh, thank you for saying that. Oh, Lord, Monty Features, he didn't start talking around my damn circle, Josh. He didn't even know. He didn't plan that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, I'm interrupting.
No, you good. That's why you normally have a couple days before the carousel goes, because you got to let the emotion come, leave before you start making bad decisions. One, it seems like he again, he let his emotions get the best of him and started doing knee-jerk decision making, letting the coach go. And if your first thing when you walk in the locker room was to say it was a catch, then that you did make a decision off of bad refereeing. You know what I mean? Yeah, that seems a little fishy to me.
We'll come back, everybody. We're going to finish it one final time, all right? First hour, Black and White Sports. Buffalo Bills owner. We're in the middle of Don't Do It, all right? And we got this and Giannis before we close it, all right? Hour number one. Get in here, man. Sit tight.
Stay close. Andre of the Savages is just warming up. 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
An exit with the left lane block. 75 southbound before 280. It's stop and go back to a Lexus. That's your Cumulus Toledo. Right now, traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Get a quote today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
They didn't have skim milk for your coffee, so I
Just Sing Toledo, Mondays and Thursdays. Also live music on Saturdays, and look out, live music coming on Friday again. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram. What are you waiting for? The Polish Ostrich, 944 Phillips Avenue, Toledo. Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Lose the weight or stop smoking, guaranteed only $59.99. Saturday, February 7th at the Hampton Inn and Suites Toledo Westgate in Toledo. Weight loss hypnosis starts 11 a.m. Stop smoking starts 2 p.m.
78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Even high earners, over 60%, have under $1,000 saved. But a new money move is making way. Welcome to the 24K Life, created by financial performance coach Derek Gant. The 24K Life is where high achievers master their money, sharpen their mindset, building unshakable confidence and wealth. If you're done with the survival mind and are ready to thrive, visit 24klife.org. The 24K Life. Be your best. Get the best. Leave nothing to chance.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
The fact that you have not given Josh a good enough wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, can I interrupt? I'll address the Keon situation. The coaching staff pushed to draft Keon. I'm not saying Brandon wouldn't have drafted him, but he wasn't his next choice. That was Brandon being a team player and taking advice of his coaching staff, who felt strongly about the player. And, he's taken, for some reason, heat over it and not saying a word about it. But I'm here to tell you the true story.
Don't do it, bloodbath. Four. Don't do it, bloodbath. Three. He gonna do it, boy. Two. Kill it. Kill it. Okay, all right.
All right. One final time before we get out of here. Black and White Sports, fastest buck 20 in sports. I am Andre of the Savages. Forgive me, I am sounding crazy, Josh. Chris thought it was the mic earlier. No, it wasn't the mic, Chris. I sound whack as hell. Getting out of composure with my damn voice. That's why. Damaged for work. Can't even be at work properly. Final time we're in here, though. Impress is here. Monty Features, man. We continue. So, Monty, I had to hit you with that part to part two. See, we had to give it a break, but you heard the part, so you reacted at first like, hold on. What's up with the owner? As you guys get in here, that was Bill's owner, Terry Pagula. We were just hearing, this is Don't Do It. And we say in leadership position today, we ask you not to do what you're doing, Mr. Pagula. Now, Impress was pretty vocal there before the break. Let me see if I can get the baton pass here, right, on this relay and say, first of all, you're completely correct and clever when you killed him with the whole breakdown of him saying it's not about the official call, but you coming in talking about a call. Right. So that was number one. Then you're placating to the players. There's a lot to dissect in what he was saying as he described that so vividly in his journey and tryst through the locker room and the emotions of the guys. First of all, can I have this stop before I address this on a real level and try to act like we want to sociologically and psychologically bust this down? We don't really need to. If I could please somehow, as I sit here on the sports talk show, is there any way that we can stop having sports being so psychologically and sociologically valuable? Is there any way? Like really though, man, like seriously, because even though we're going to do this is fun. We love the show. We love that you guys are here checking it out and we're rocking. We're silly. It's always a great time. But how come? See, because we're starting right here from the landscape and the platform and palette that is grown ass men sitting up here crying like this, talking about everything that was given and doing all this. When they get ready to go home and go back to a place where they don't have to give much effort to do another damn thing or much else in life in most other avenues. Number one, with all this crying that's going on. I'm not saying it's not supposed to mean anything because I'm not disrespecting that. I'm never going to do that, man. I'm also an athlete myself. You listen to me talk, you wouldn't realize it sometimes because it's trippy. I get it. but I also understand the fiber of all of that too. And I take it very seriously. But we do need to scale it back with these professional athletes and things and people who really aren't having much to lose except a little bit of attention that goes with you being the hot team for that year in this league. We gotta chill on the sports being this important, just overall, even though I get what they serve for our youth and everything, or what they should serve. For those of you who are really true to the coaching profession, then we're realizing, and those parents who actually put their children in the arena of sports for the purpose of learning and, again, acquiring the necessary and requisite skills to cooperate and fortify with others, for the idea of accomplishing goals and learning one's role within this and possibly building a fortifiable esteem in the process. Is that possible to be correct, since it's just little old me and my dumb ass talking, right? That's first, but we'll come back. Hour 2, we're going to get back. I'm not done with Mr. Pegula and Giannis Antetokounmpo. We're not through. You have a don't do it coming too, because you two are talking in a way you probably shouldn't be talking for the way that they look at you. But guess what? There's shrapnel that goes with Giannis Antetokounmpo's don't do it. We'll get to it all, right? Hour number 2. We look forward to Unc, man. Hopefully he should be through here, hour number 2, and we'll get to that with Aunt Griggs. Impress will be back, man. We'll get some more work in with him. Sandman coming through. We got some more fodder and comedy to do in the 216 palette. That's always good. But yeah, we're coming back with this, man. Again, don't do it today on a Turn It Up Thursday, because that's just crazy. This man sitting here talking about the emotions and just the overall general disruption and stir of these people internally. And everything he said, Impressed, goes back to where you still brought it in, that his leadership and all of this is questionable with respect to how the Bills get down and how they operate, which ends up being evident in January's. That's what the people never want to say. And why we get to firing folks and doing all this. Why? You know what I'm saying? Coach McDermott, for all accounts, was a damn winning coach that was pretty familiar with the way things should go. So shaking that up, maybe sometimes you need to, but how come it's never get rid of guys who are underperforming?
And he threw Keon under the bus.
And we coming back, you know, that's what we coming back to, because that's the part. Impressed. That is really wild. And that's where he really kind of crossed the line. But we'll do it, man. Appreciate everybody in here, all right? Hour number 1. I told you it moves quick, and you just saw the evidence, okay? So we will get back and get into the traffic portion of the program on your drive home, all right? Hour number 2 at like 5:05 after this NFL update. Sit tight, everybody. It's definitely black and white. %, of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, but you don't have to. The 24K Life, created by financial performance coach Derek Gant, giving you high achievers the system to master money, mindset, and success. Are you ready to rise? Visit 24klife.org. Live 24K.
Denny Schaefer.
This is Denny Schaefer inviting you to join me along with producer Chris Hollywood. Don't miss Denny Radio Sports and More weekdays from 2 to 4 right before Black and White Sports. Denny Radio Sports and More is just that. We talk sports, we talk pop culture, politics, the drama that is my life, and plenty of guests too. Call in. It won't cost you nothing. 877-909-1007.
He's an idiot.
Weekdays 2 to 4 on 100.7 The Ticket. His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
I'm Bridget Condon with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Bills made a surprise move on Monday, firing head coach Sean McDermott. On Wednesday, team owner Terry Pegula said he made the decision to let McDermott go after the playoff loss to Denver and seeing the players' emotions in the locker room following that game. Bills general manager Brandon Beane also said Wednesday quarterback Josh Allen could have a procedure on his injured foot soon, but it would not affect his availability for off-season workouts. Elsewhere, Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald said quarterback Sam Darnold will be limited in practice this week with an oblique injury. But Darnold added that he feels really good and wants to, quote, let it rip against the Rams on Sunday. And 49ers general manager John Lynch commented on wide receiver Brandon Ayuk's future in San Francisco, saying, quote, it's safe to say he's played his last snap with the 49ers. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Revitalize your bathroom with big savings at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select vanities and free delivery during our bath savings event. Plus, get up to 40% off select shower heads. No matter what style you're looking for, we've got you covered. Shop for your bathroom refresh at Lowe's. We help, you save. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Want wagers that win? Weekdays will walk you to the window. Tune into Best Bets on Black and White Sports, 4 to 6 p.m. on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
All new Joseph's Beverage Center, Toledo's premier beverage center. Get the perfect wine for any occasion. Joseph's has 10,000 labels from around the world. Can't find what you're looking for? Let our experts find the perfect fit. Is beer your drink of choice? Enjoy the area's largest selection of domestic, import, and microbrews. You'll always find something new. With our new humidor, you'll find the right cigar to truly celebrate that special moment with your friends. It doesn't matter where you take the party starts at the all-new Joseph's Beverage Center.
Meet the area's top wedding vendors, explore stunning gowns, and discover unique ideas to make your big day truly one of a kind. Whether you're newly engaged or just love weddings, this is the event you don't want to miss. The Elegant Beginnings Bridal Show 2026, happening Sunday, February 1st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Admission is absolutely free, and there'll be fabulous giveaways featuring amazing vendors like Touch the Sky DJs, McKitty Cakes, Joyce Kackenmeister Officiant, Bella Moore Bridal, and the Flower Mercantile, just to name a few. Get all the details at the station's website. Vendors, don't miss your chance to showcase your business. Reserve your space today. Call 419-725-5700 or visit the station's website for contact information.
Hi, it's Mookie. Searching for the perfect diamond is about more than just the cut, clarity, and carat, and that's where Northwood Jewelers is here to help. If it's an earth mined or lab-grown diamond, Northwood Jewelers is your go-to jewelry destination with 3 generations of expertise. From beautiful rings, stunning necklaces, permanent jewelry, or even their collection of birthstones. Visit Northwood Jewelers, 4612 Woodville Road, online at northwoodjeweler.com. Northwood Jewelers, service before, during, and after the sale.
Property managers, contractors, when air quality matters, trust First Filter in Perrysburg. For over 20 years, we've delivered custom and specialty filters to commercial facilities all across Northwest Ohio. Buildings and schools to construction sites and apartment complexes. Need a hard-to-find size? We'll build it right here in-house. First Filter is your partner in clean, efficient air with expert support and fast turnaround. Find us behind Owens Community College. Call 419-666-5260 or visit firstfilterllc.com. Clean air starts with First Filter.
Andre of the Savages.
Let's think about this. I'm glad you brought this up because even in the first film, what are they doing? Apollo is trying to find somebody to help me get this show off. We're not planning on this dude winning. That's not even in the thing at all. Every now and again, I feel like somebody says F the program.
Black and White Sports, weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket. Black and White Sports on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
All this bullshit they put me through had one singular objective, and the objective was to make me say sorry. I was the symbol of resistance, and all they wanted me to do was say sorry. They wanted me to go up after being marked, after having my life wrecked, and cry or say, I'm sorry for what I've said in the past. I'm sorry for what I've done in the past. What I did wasn't right.
I know that's all they wanted. Because once they get that, he's not top G anymore. Look, he was top G. We hit him with the system. Look, he's sorry. Look. See, that's your hero. Don't fight against the Matrix. You're going to end up like that guy. And they can't stand that I've never said sorry. I ain't sorry to anybody because I ain't lied. Everything I said is the truth. I ain't sorry. I'm not sorry for living my life as a full-grown man. I'm not sorry for the mistakes I made. We're all human, and we've all made mistakes. There's nobody watching this who's lived more pure than me. We've all made mistakes. We all made the decisions we thought were right at the time. Perhaps with hindsight, which is always 20/20, perhaps with the brilliance of retrospect, we can look back and realize we should have done things different. But that's not how life works. I did my best. So what the am I sorry for? I did my best I knew how to do. I'm a better man now and I know how to do better. So I am. I ain't fucking sorry. But that's what they want from me. They want a sorry, or they want me to fucking break. And I promise you, I promise every fucking viewer, I promise God, I promise my fucking children, I won't. It doesn't matter what the fuck they do. Because the second I say sorry, all of this work was for nothing. And I've gone too far to start giving up now. So I'm not sorry for anything. Because me saying sorry, me breaking, would break the hearts of all the young men who believe in me. And that's what they want. Because those young men who believe in me, all the young men who believe in me are the future problem. That's the problem. In 10 years, all those fucking losers are gone. My fans are the governors. My fans are the fucking president. That's their problem. Because they're all growing up now. They're all 16, 17, 18 years old. That's what they're scared of.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
On 100.7 The Ticket.
1007theticket.com is how you plug in online and you hit the Listen Live tab. They're doing it around the nation, but we are right here in Grand Old Lucas County, right? The Glass City. What's going down is ESPN in your vicinity. We are here 100.7 FM as we move forward into the second half of Black and White Sports. It's the fastest buck 20 in sports. 60 minutes is already down. We have a little less than 60 minutes to go. My name is Andre of the Savages. Josh Burnham in here alongside with me. Monty Features will be rejoining us here shortly. We hope to be talking to Ant Griggs, try to get him together too, get our connections right. But we do know we got the synergy, Josh. We have been in touch. So we'll look forward, man, to Unk getting in here too, talking about championship weekend. So it's always good to see what we can get from somebody who actually has done this before. All right, so we'll talk to him, man. Sandman a little bit later. Some happenings and some questions, so on and so forth. But we told you also, too, in the first hour, if you guys hadn't heard, the MVP finalist NFL, the award winner, announced on NFL Honors Weekend, right around, Super Bowl festivities, so on and so forth. But the list as follows: Josh Allen, who we were just talking about. We're going to continue our conversation to get back into the don't do it frame, a little extended today because it's a little bit more layered. As we looked at Bills owner Terry Pagula, we may have people calling, man. So we like that. That's crazy. Like all of us, we got all these Bill fans. Like we thought it was actually somebody too from a different section of the town, Josh, and we found out it's not. So we'll see, man. We get to that. Take your calls on it and join the conversation that way. But yeah, Bills owner Trippy, we have already established that. We're going a little further because there was a little bit more to that. But anyway, Josh Allen in the MVP voting, no shock there, has lived and been a resident of this for quite some time in terms of that discussion. Is he that caliber player? And we certainly have a lot of testimony to say that is the case. So well-deserved for him. Well-deserved Trevor Lawrence, I think, man, with the turnaround you saw with Jacksonville. I guess you can't really be too mad at that, starting to see the guy that people were hoping to see when the young man came out of Clemson, and perhaps that is what we are now getting an inclination on as we move forward with him. Drake May, we like that. Chance to go to his first Super Bowl, certainly an incredible season and turnaround from the season prior. And you like the advance of this young man, that organization, Patriots, looking like they are back in the fold and in the customary role that we all are very familiar with. Certainly those of us of a certain age and generational position. And then there is that man, Christian McCaffrey. Probably shouldn't shock you there, but the Niners really not necessarily in the foreground of conversation most of the season. I think they were slept on too, and obviously the injury bug that hit them and lasted throughout the year, they didn't really have a chance to get it going at all, but certainly made their presence known nonetheless. And then there was that damn Matthew Stafford and his, pesky veteranness that you were unsure about coming into the season. But boy, did he give you an interesting journey this season, Josh, as the Rams too find themselves on the precipice of the glory that is the final game of the NFL campaign. So here we are. Those are your finalist MVP. Now, our MVP around here during these Mama Mary's Mozzarella Minutes, because it's Holland, Ohio, right? And so you figure when we tell you it's located on Airport, Airport runs all the way down through into the south. That'll take you all smack all into the trail, right? So once you're in the trail, now you're all in the south over there for real, right? You know what it is down there in the old dirty dirt. Yeah. Shout out to all my people. Westfield Elementary in the building. Newberry, Jones Junior High. Hey, they don't know nothing about it, Josh. You don't know nothing about that, Josh. You don't know nothing about the Colts and the Bears. You grew up in a certain section, Josh. That's what it is. You played for the Colts or the Bears in elementary school. Let people hear that right now. They know it like, Sam, you like that? Yes. 310 Chapin. The house is already burned down, huh? Now I know I'm talking Old South in your face. Thank you, Josh, for this. You inspire me. Every time you play this, you put me in the park.
That's what I'm here
It's
for.
a Savage Park anthem. Big Trees, what up? Uncle G. Big O. Big C. It's family in the building. When we gonna do something? We got to put it back. The youth need it. And as soon as they paint the courts and do it, now we stop with the park. We crazy. That's up. Okay, but Mama Mary's is definitely crazy on everything that you could eat when you thought about eating, when you wanted food to get that you felt like consuming because you were hungry. 419-867-9991, MamaMarysPizza.com. Give them a call today. We're getting up on the weekend. Slop. Make it happen. Tell them we told you. Frank likes it. Also, too, quick reminder, don't forget, stay tuned. Updates coming. Be plugged in. Don't miss it. We moving the $50. We're moving the $50 work. Them boulders. We're moving boulders to the pizza.
50 boys.
Yeah, buddy. I got to stop, buddy. They're going to start understanding. Like, you can't be doing yes, yeah. Okay. All right, man. We get ready to get back in here. All right, man. 877-909-1007. Tell us something, too. We can get you in with the $20 gift card game, too. If you guys send, don't forget, we still doing the picks. You guys send a pick. We doing that daily. You guys want to do that, right? So, again, phone lines going crazy, too. Josh, what are we doing? We got to get back to the Buffalo Bill thing. Josh, just go ahead and book it. We can't really go to it. We'll see what it is here in a minute. Like I said, we're going to take your calls. Please keep them coming, but we got to continue it. Plus, I got to get my man in here. We got to get Unc on the scene and extend the conversation because we're a little late in getting off the schedule, and I really hate messing around. I don't play with this man's time at all, and anybody's time for that matter. You should know that. If I do say so my damn self, thank you. But certainly when we get this rolling around here, so let's do it and let's move. We got to get. We did have him, Josh. You saw him there. I guess he'll be back. We'll get back. It's the connection. See,
oh yeah, it's always
connection. Well, it's coming. So okay, we can continue. Now we probably could have went to the call.
Yeah, he's still there.
We can go to the call. Go to the call.
Yeah,
let's go to the call. See what we're doing. All calls brought to you by the Bellamere Suites Wake Up Call Line.
And this is another Corey representing Bill's Mafia here in Toledo.
Okay, this is what's wild that we got this going on. Big C, what's going on from the 419, sir? Thank you for calling Black and White Sports. We appreciate it, man. I didn't know we have all this Buffalo Bill love, though. I can't get no Cleveland Brown call. We talk about Shedeur Stefanski for a year. Nothing. In 2 days, less than 3, the Buffalo Bills, we out here jumping on tables and smashing tables. What's going on, sir?
I got plenty of kids now that have gone through tables themselves. I got 3 of them that have all been christened by tables. You know?
Right.
But you were talking about the Pegula little mishap with the Keon thing, and Keon has underperformed beyond belief. Like, he got benched by the coaches,
right?
Team issues. So everybody puts that all on Brandon Beane, and he did this, he did that. Brandon Beane brought them Josh Allen, Tre'Davious White. I mean, the amount of talent that he has on that roster from drafts, including this year with Jackson Hawes, like just 5th round guys. I hate that we're getting on Pegula because he's being an owner and saying, hey, this is my money, and sorry, we're not winning what I want us to win. We got talent. We got the best player in the world.
Right.
Let's get a little further than the divisional round.
No, and I get you. Like, let me do this, and I get that too, because you're right. Because that's what I always try to say to people too. The owner, at the end of the day, I do want results. I'm not going to keep running around here in circles, and every year we're right here and we're doing this. I'm tired of coming into this locker room looking at these guys like this. But I just wonder, I guess, Corey, the question though becomes, like, is that okay to deliver in that way? Even if you need to do all of this, and perhaps this conversation should have come before now. I don't even want to speculate on that, because we actually, it's crazy because we thought it was another Corey that had called us, man, another Bills guy, man. Salute, shout out to him. And right. And we got into the whole discussion, like, do we think that the roster has, at least as of late, because yes, you're right. Over the last, I'll give you the five-year window or so, there has been some talented guys coming through Buffalo, and we understand that. But here lately, and at least this year's campaign, is it necessarily the best way to look at the Bills and judge them on the scale of, because see, this is other people's narrative. The one that bothered me was, well, the Bills should do it this year. They definitely should get it done because this team is out and there's no this guy and none of these guys are in the postseason. That really didn't mean much to me. I thought it was a very frustrating thing to throw at the public, because I think it lends to some of the mentality that goes with this. And what I'm afraid to see happen, and what I think could be happening, is this owner sort of reacting to this public engine that gets going when people get talking. And I think Cleveland suffered from that, just as a sidebar, in some of the moves they made. And now I think you're seeing it more often. The ownership is in reaction, because that sounded like that's a guy reaction in emotion. I wonder, do you want your owner doing, or giving you that type of demonstration at this time? This is a nuclear time, and you really want to pull your group together and suggest some stability. Everything he said, though, Corey, is not stable as we look ahead.
I don't look at it. I don't look at it like that. I look at it as, hey, boys, you lost. Okay, wipe your tears up, but guess what? Changes are coming. We need to do something, and this is. It sucks. I'm not sold on the McDermott firing.
Yeah,
but you bring in a stud coach. You bring in somebody. It doesn't matter. Nobody knew who Sean McDermott was before he came in.
He was solid for you, man. He was a winning coach for you. I don't know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love it, but he was very clappy. A lot of the Bills Mafia, they all call him Mr. Clappy, and he's always standing on the sidelines clapping, and he never has the headphones on. If he does, he's got his mic up. And I don't know. The culture, he built the culture great. He built a winning football team, but he just couldn't get over the hump of what needed to be done. And it was time, and I think that Pegula saw that with everybody and sees Josh Allen with one arm broken, one leg broken, one broken neck, everything else giving his all, and just didn't translate. And do I think Brandon Beane getting promoted? I think that's kind of crazy-ish, but I don't know. I'm still up in the arms on it, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents into. I mean, I didn't want to listen to you bashing on the Buffalo Bills while I'm in my town of Toledo, Ohio.
It's all good.
Like I don't like that. I gotta defend my boys.
It's all good. See it. I'm not mad at you for doing it, man. I appreciate the call, brother. Thank you, and call me, man, anytime, brother. Because you on, and I appreciate the passion in it. And we're not here to definitely bash on them. It's not necessarily the Buffalo Bills where the angle is. We're just frustrated, and I'm saying as the leader and as we move from the top down, this is certainly not the type of commentary that we need to hear in the public arena right now, because there are so many issues, obviously, with the organization. Where do you start? But you definitely don't start with the head man, the man who signs checks, pointing the fingers at everybody. Go ahead, Impress. You was gonna say something though, too, man.
And he was talking about Keon underperforming. He's a young guy, right? Nobody comes into the league, with the exception of a few that come in the league just blazing
and strike it up.
Right.
I get where you're going.
You got to
to
get a young guy an opportunity to grow into his position, right? I think it's too early in his career to say he's underperforming, because he's just getting to that level. Let him get adjusted, right?
No, absolutely. No, I feel that too. And I think, and like I said, some of that's probably just Corey, again, as the fan performing, because we did draft this guy, because, it could be some of that. If you follow the Bills every week and you're watching it, I'm sure some weeks in there, Monty, we probably, missed. And he was flippy-lippy a little bit. But like you said, he's a young guy. I'd like to see him mature. But let me move it through, man, as all guests and calls are brought to you by the Bellamere Suites Wake Up Call line, and we finally got things together, man, and we could put it together, all right? And so a little late, but certainly better late than never. Like I said, I told you, everybody, I try not to be disrespectful of the time, man, of the great. We always like our good Unc to come through here, man, the one and only Anthony Griggs, ladies and gentlemen. Unc, what's going on, sir? I know we got to move it in rapid mode, man. We're just glad to get you, man, this week, man.
Oh, I'm always glad to be on. I'm just sorry that it is a rapid mode, and I'd love to spend more time with you, do more with you. I love hearing what you're doing. I love hearing the fans and their reaction to everything that's happening, not just the playoff games, but what's happening with the teams, who the hire is, who the fire is. It really, and for me to sometimes think I was a part of that, and I saw it from the player's point, and now to hear all this, I love it. I love hearing this stuff.
Yeah, man, that's Anthony Griggs. Everybody getting in here on Black and White Sports. We appreciate you. And let me bring you in right here as and I don't know how much you got to hear Monty saying right there. I don't know how much you follow maybe the Buffalo Bills, and we had a caller come in. He was passionate. Obviously, the Buffalo Bills going through a time of real sort of stark kind of energy and a very palpable moment for the organization as a whole. What would you say? The perfect way to ask it and frame it. You're in that locker room. You've just finished one of these seasons, Mr. Griggs, and you've given all that you've had, all your energies on that field. Hell, you were on fields where again the heartbreak happened in noteworthy Cleveland folklore and the Browns folklore. Can you talk to us if you had heard the owner come through there and these type of comments, and even the comments for the young player, as Monty was saying, a guy who we hope will be developing? Was that too harsh? Was it too much to be saying, let me say we might not have drafted this guy, or I'm in the locker room and telling my guys I didn't appreciate the call of the refs and all the things that go with all of that? And Griggs, what would your energy be, man, if you a member of the Buffalo Bills right now?
You know what? I'm expecting an owner. Owner's like the chief fan of it all. He's gonna come in there. He ain't playing the game, but I'm gonna get. He's emotional. He owns. He wants to have a winning program. The owners, they compete too. They want to have a winning organization. So when you hear somebody come in there, but main thing is, as a player, you're gonna be like, hey, we got to get it together. I cannot believe we lost again. I can't believe we lost this year. I can't believe how we lost. I can't believe that. And you're going to try to find reasons, and it's going to be something that's going to be maybe a couple of your partners who you'll be talking to and saying, yeah, he fumbled the ball like 3 times, or threw 2 interceptions, or he didn't get the tackle. You're going to have that and you're going to see the owner come in there and say a lot of stuff he's going to be pissed off about. You're going to be like, here he goes again. Here he's upset again. And I get it this time. So what's he going to do now? What he did? I'm going to fire the mutt. Okay, I'm going to fire him. Okay, I'm going to fire him now so that I got to do something. I got to spark. I got to get something. I got to have a lightning rod. And the head coach is it. Okay. Sean was the guy. You're the head coach. That's what you are signed up for, to be taking all that responsibility, all the bullets and all the arrows, targets on you. Win or lose. This isn't a nice guy game. This isn't high school. This isn't PV leagues. This is professional sports. You don't win. And if I own the team as an owner, I might have said it before, I'm sitting around the table. If I'm one of my sons goes, hey, we got to do something, Dad. We ain't winning. I know. What should we do? Well, we have to do a no spark. We're going to build a new stadium. We got to come in with something new for the fans and make them think that we are not settled. We're not settling for this. Like Cleveland. Cleveland was doing that.
Right.
Cleveland's going to build a new stadium. That owner, as soon as he got rid of Stefanski, he made a public address and said, we are not settling for what we've had. We got to do better. And the fans are like, yep, that's exactly right. So that's what it is. The fans, they're not as much as involved as firing a coach, but the owner, hey, he's going to have to make a move to make the fans who come into a stadium, who pays for all the things that he's drawing money with, he has to make some sort of decision. And that's what it comes down to. This game right now in the NFL, this game in professional sports, there's billions of dollars. And so there's a lot of things riding on wins. You don't win, somebody's got to pay the price.
Yeah, and that's what it is, man. Talking to Ant Griggs right here, all right, NFL Shield enthusiast and holder, right, of the past. And so he says, hey, maybe our caller Corey was on to something. He's just saying the owner is saying, listen, something has to happen. I got to clear it out. This doesn't work. We're going to come back in here, fellas. Got a lot more to discuss, all right? Ant Griggs is here. My man Monty Features is here. I got my defensive guys in the building, all right? It's Black and White Sports on this Turn It Up Thursday. We're definitely trying to do that. We're in a extended don't do it today. And I'm still going to get on Giannis. He's not getting out of this alive. Trust and believe. Black and White.
When sports need a voice that doesn't play games, it's Andre of the Savages on Black and White Sports, 100.7 The Ticket.
Did your husband lose the honey-do list again? Let Dream Green Home Maintenance take the stress out of your home.
not a toy. This is power at the push of a button. Out the front knives from his store and more are built for those who demand speed, strength, and total control. One press and the blade launches straight out the front. No hesitation, no nonsense. Thick steel, razor edges, solid grips, knives that feel dangerous for the right reasons. Whether you're working hard, pushing limits outdoors, or stacking your collection with serious hardware, these OTF knives deliver reliability when it matters most. No cheap junk, no weak blades, just hard-use knives from trusted makers, hand-picked by people who know steel. If you're ready to carry something that means business, stop by his store and more and get your hands on an out-the-front knife today. His store and more. Push the button. Feel the power.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
I used to be a hooker here in the 60s, so I'm back to knock some cobwebs off the old cooter scooter and make some slot money.
ESPN 100.7, The Ticket.
Yeah, Josh, please delete that. I don't know how that got in. Some of the stuff we keep putting in new stuff. We pulling out stuff from.
Always thought that was an oldie but a goodie.
Nah, that's not an oldie but good. It doesn't apply. It does not. It's not good context. It's crass. We walk a fine line here, and it's not good to dance with the women. There's a lot of women listen to this, Josh. Don't forget that.
Okay.
There's a lot of estrogen support here. That did not. Nobody want to get cooter scooter. They not trying to cooter scoot like that.
Slot money though. That's a different one.
That's deep though. Whoa. All right. The conversation continues, and we add another. We are in full slot mode for real as we say that. All right. As the conversation continues, and our guests are brought to you by the Bellamere Suites Wake Up Call line. We get Sandman in here, all right? 216 boots on the ground, 419 in his heart. So we got to get in here and get it moving, Sandman. We appreciate you in this day and every day, man. We got our man Ant Griggs is here, okay? Very fitting and apropos at this point. Monty Features is here. I am Andre of the Savages, Josh Burnham holding this thing together, and we continue. 877-909-1007 is how you get in on it. Barry B, shout out. Appreciate you, all right? Calls, you can keep those coming as well, even if they are about the Buffalo Bills. But we're going to transition just real quickly. Let me just do this. Let me get this in real quick, fellas. Andy, we were in the middle of don't do it. We had some leadership issues. We were talking about the Bills owner. I'm sure you've heard a lot of that. You've seen that, his comments, the emotional locker room, etc. We've heard from the callers, passionate Bill fans. They didn't necessarily like it. They said, you're not going to just be on here clowning the Bills like this and the owner. We said, damn it, people were underperforming. Get people up out of there, make some changes. As the caller said, Ant Griggs comes in, he confirms this. Monty Features said, nope, we throwing people under the bus. I'm kind of on that page too. I didn't like how we did Keon Coleman, throwing him in, saying we didn't want to pick him, whatever, what you did pick him, y'all paid him, and whatever else. And he is in here too, and he lost. Everybody lost. We can't get in here and lose and start picking out people as to why we lost, whatever we did do. And the quarterback that we love so much that's crying so hard, perhaps he's crying like that because he gave the ball away 4 damn times on his own. Not nobody doing something. You did a few of those, like singularly. I don't know who we're supposed to look at, but we get what he does typically. So we had that, Sam, man. I got to transition to Giannis Antetokounmpo real quickly, though, because as many of you know, there's a lot going on in Milwaukee. But what's funny about it, it is great and appropriate that Andy's here today, long before, Monty, you joined us, Brother Griggs, before you start popping in on the regular. We knew that anytime you get Doc Rivers involved, you are headed to the Asserini land. And that is where the Bucks find themselves after a series of ridiculous moves by their front office, like starting with firing a guy who actually won the championship. It starts there, but somebody thought they were clever, and this is when it's a problem when you have guys like Doc Rivers getting assigned to the glory that comes with being maniacal and clever in their construction and what they do. That's not Doc. It's never been Doc, and I don't know why we keep docking our boat with Doc. Josh, play Giannis, though, but it's really a conversation for Doc. But I'm disappointed in Giannis doing
My chemistry's not there. Guys are a bit selfish. Guys try to do on their own. I'm not the guy that will yell and cast his teammate out and man the ball. I've never done that in my career, but I feel like I've played with teammates that kind of understand, the gravity that I can cause for our team. And I understand maybe because we're young, maybe because we're not playing well, maybe because guys think it's their turn. They want to, carry the team on their back and try to turn this around. But I really don't get it. I really don't.
No, you don't, because you got Doc. All of that you just said, Giannis, is for the man running things, whether the young guys are doing too much or Ricky Smiley, or the Bobby Portis, or any of these guys. The roster sucks. It's bad. Your teammates are horrible. Like, you're the only one who really can kind of play at length for real. And I'm not sure what it is we're trying to make here. But for Giannis now to be speaking this way, let's go back real quick. No disrespect, Andy Armani. Let me come back to Ant Griggs again. Ant Griggs, you're on the team. And damn it, here come Bernie Kosar in here talking about, nope, Ant Griggs, then maybe it's because he's young. He's over pursuing plays. He's never in the right gap and all this. But I'm saying all this now because I'm the big dog. Ant, how do you feel about this? And you're hearing this man do this.
You don't want anybody. You don't like it when the fans question your performance. But the worst thing is when you have a fellow teammate who is playing with you or playing on your team, whether you in there or not, if you're a rookie or whatever, and he's questioning my performance, even if I did bad, which I'm sure you can look at football and Josh Allen or anybody else and Stout, every Stout, and look at, okay, if somebody comes in and puts it out there to public to say, I am bringing it up that this guy right here, I'm saying his name, isn't playing well or could do better. Don't put me out there like that. Number one, because I'm trying to make a living myself, just as you are. And then number two, I'm supposed to trust you. I'm supposed to trust you as a teammate. And that's where it gets like a little bit scary. That's when, you know what, you do you and I'm doing me, and that's the minds of the team. Now all of a sudden, guess what? That's when the team starts having cracks. Everybody knows that. So I'm not with that.
Man, see. So Andy, let me come back to you, brother. So I like I said, only because I can recall you being on. I don't know if Ski was in that day or whatever, but I remember when this fiasco began and they brought Doc there. Look at the erosion and pattern as we sit here. And now you got even Giannis. It's so crazy. The Doc effect has Giannis hating on people. Giannis never hates on nothing.
No. I think this is Giannis's way of asking for a trade without asking for a trade.
I get that.
That I truly believe that, because he knows that those guys aren't going to want to play with him. He's not going to want to play with them. I've said all along, Cleveland should go get Giannis. I think that's what's missing is a player like him. And they have the pieces to go get him. You could send Garland and Allen and maybe somebody else, maybe even a Tyson. I'd hate to do that because of how well he's playing. But if it brought Giannis in and Giannis was willing to stay with Mitchell together, you might want to think about it. Mitchell, Giannis, and Mobley, who's going to stop that in the East? I don't see many teams getting that done. So, I don't think Kobe Altman's smart enough to make that move. But somebody's going to go get Giannis Antetokounmpo. He will not finish this year in Milwaukee. That's my prediction.
Impressive. You hear it too, man. I got to ask you again. You in there, and this is what, especially, like I said, I don't even know. I'm still not sure how to process Giannis speaking in this way. I think I'm still kind of right there because he's always been the type of guy that still wouldn't give you this. You wouldn't get this. Even if he felt this way, we wouldn't get this like we're getting it here.
But he hasn't been losing like this before, Seth. This is the first time he's been this bad on this bad of a team.
And you said exactly what I was about to say. That's Giannis trying to get out of town, right? And the closest way the quickest way to get out of town is to break up the symmetry of the team. Right now, you got guys going at each other, and he's already expressed that he don't want to be there no more. You know, so that's his way of saying, "Hey, I'm available. Come get me, please. Please, somebody come and get me."
But you know what? Here's what happened too today, and I don't know how often you guys see these other shows or see like stuff like Inside the NBA or whatever is NBA Today. But my man Big Perk hit him and said, "But you know, Giannis, this is the reason you kind of timid with saying what you need to say." Big Perk excused him. He said, "Giannis, go ahead and ask for a damn trade and say it. But the reason you don't want to say it is because you were very vocal against other guys for saying, hey, we getting these teams together, and you said you want to stand on business. That ain't your thing, this and that. Now it's time to get on the move, and you want to get on the move." But here's my thing, fellas, and we can move on from this and keep it pushing. But it's like, here's my issue with anybody that jumps up wanting to be traded after you have sort of an extended stint of non-success, and you're in a city, you're somewhere, and that's not going right year in and year out, whether that's Buffalo, who still has operated from the top of the food chain, or you're the Jacksonvilles or people who are never really even in the conversation or considered at all. Nonetheless, year after year after year of the losing, when do we have the guy re-emerge? Because they're gone right now. Right now, we don't have them. I'm not here to talk about it like we got guys who are willing to be here, and I know your career is not cool. I know it's obviously, Mr. Griggs, taxing like nothing else has probably been taxing on you physically, and to go through things where things were unsuccessful. What's my man, Andy? We just brought him up, the big dog, you and Griggs, the offensive lineman, Cleveland. Must be Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas, man. You see, they don't make that guy anymore. He went thankless of what he gave and never said nothing. Don't move me. You think he couldn't have been moved? He was always at the top of his game. In terms of other people could have used him. He could have went to a better scenario, but nope, I'm here. And somebody would call him stupid or say this. No, but why? Why not climb the mountain? We no more of this. We don't have it. Giannis, I gotta move. We're sorry. Ja Morant, we're sorry. I gotta move. That's what I don't understand. Why do we keep letting guys say I'm losing so I get to leave and get on a different team? This is how deep it is.
It keeps happening because teams allow it to happen. You have owners that don't care about any of that, and they just want the guy on their team because he'll sell tickets. It's all about the revenue. It's always been about the revenue. And until somebody says, no, we're not trading you. We have you under contract for 4 more years. You will sit there and you will play out this contract, deal with it. It's going to continue. So somebody's got to step up and do that. And to be honest, the Cavs kind of have. When you think about it, Donovan Mitchell, they've gotten him to sign 2 contracts here when they got him from Utah, right? He said, I want out of Utah. He went out of Utah. But he hasn't said, I want out of Cleveland, because he knows Cleveland won't ship him out.
True indeed. Let's come back, fellas. We're going to finish this thing strong. Josh has me up on the hard break. Got to do that. All right, we in here, man. It's on fire. I told you it's a turn-up Thursday. It has been that, all right? And Griggs is here. Monty Features. Andy Sanzada, all right? We get back and finish with the fellas. Sit tight.
Join Andre of the Savages, weekdays 4 to 6 on Black and White Sports, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
When the lights get brighter, the games get bigger, and you're craving a place that feels like home, there's only one destination: Danny's Cafe in historic Rossford, the real Glass City. Catch every moment with NFL Sunday Ticket, all your sports, and over 50 TVs lighting up the room. If it's on, it's at Danny's. Danny's Cafe is different by design, old school service, cozy historic vibes, and a reputation they are proud of. The world's cleanest restaurant. Need space to celebrate? Book Mike's Party Pavilion for big energy, or elevate the night inside the Ford Social Club, their private speakeasy-style rental venue, tucked right in safe historic Rossford. Want to keep up with the fun? Check out their weekly and monthly schedules on Facebook. Live music, events, specials, and surprises all season long. This winter, step into the glow. Only at Danny's and the world's cleanest restaurant. Celebrate this season with great drinks, good friends, and that real Glass City holiday vibe at Danny's Cafe in historic Rossford.
But it's Logan's savings, and if he wants to burn calories and any chance at a promotion, we say, good for you, Logan. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Lose the weight or stop smoking, guaranteed only $59.99. Saturday, February 7th at the Hampton Inn and Suites Toledo Westgate in Toledo. Weight loss hypnosis starts 11 a.m. Stop smoking starts 2 p.m.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
We're going to win. And when we win, our coaching staff is going to get rated and people are going to come after our coaches because we're going to win.
ESPN 100.7, The Ticket.
All right, let's get ready to get out of here one final time. We'll try to finish it strong as we shift our attention back to the NFL, get to these championship games this weekend because we got our man Ant Griggs is here. Big Unk is here. We like that. Cleveland Browns authority, the foremost authority around here, NFL Talk. Monty Features is here as well, Pride of Fort Valley State. Andy Sanzada is here. Also, he is like the Conor McDavid of journalism, but not really on the ice for real, and that's not his fault, though. He's not really built to be out on the ice running into folks and having a collision sport. You know what I'm saying? But again, he thinks the game very well. We got all the fellas here. Josh Burnham trying to hold this thing together. I am Andre of the Savages. And there is some new and breaking news too, Josh, as we're in NFL mode, head coaching information to share. Thank you to Sandman. Slipped this into the group chat, and we did not say it sooner. But Ravens find their guy, gentlemen. Jesse Minter, DC from the Chargers of the last couple of years. So how do we feel about this? And Griggs, I could ask you. I don't know. Maybe you know Jesse Minter? Any relationship there? What do you think about that, Ravens, man, in your division?
I don't know. I mean, the AFC, there's 3 coaching positions that are open. They filled one. I think that with the playoffs the way they are now, I thought they would probably wait to see how some of these coaches that are on these teams that are playing right now. It seems like the Ravens are right now want to get their guy in there. The big thing with hiring somebody for the Ravens is going to be what's the relationship he's going to have with Lamar Jackson, okay, and Henry, okay, but mostly Lamar, because it seemed like Harbaugh and Lamar, for whatever reason, they could play together, but they weren't hanging out, okay? It's my ball, I'm going home. They weren't hanging out. They got on the same team. They knew they had some abilities, but I don't know. It just seemed like the sour as it went on the last couple of years for whatever reason. So this guy here, okay, whoever would have been in this position, they seem like, to me, it seemed like they jumped the gun. You got time, okay? Right. Maybe not as much time as they thought they did. Maybe the owner was that, hell bent on, I got to get somebody in there. We don't have no coach. Relax. It's still the playoffs. You're going to find some guys on these teams that you may want to, maybe you shortlisted. Maybe you had that in mind before you got rid of Harbaugh. So that's what's making me think you hire this guy this soon, 2 weeks after, and and Harbaugh's got a new position. Sure, maybe you want to get somebody in there, and I don't know. So it's going to be interesting to hear the conversation that come out. I'd like to see what Lamar has to say about it. He's not going to say anything negative, but again, it's going to be that relationship he has with Lamar.
Absolutely. All right, gentlemen, let me roll it a little bit forward here, man. Like I said, I want to get to these championship games and everything too. And I'm gonna save that, Josh. We'll do that thing on the bets, man. Hopefully we can get these in here, man, before we get out of here. All right. But again, championship games, gentlemen. Let me move to the Broncos and Patriots here, if I may. And like I said, because I got my guys in here and I got my NFL man here. Let me begin with this, Andy. First and foremost, your initial thoughts about what we have here. I want somebody to address the situation. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but it's very peculiar, all things considered. But how does it make you feel as the audience? Let me just say as the audience, because I know you're not necessarily in the betting public, so I won't hit you with that one. But as you hear this scenario, what we have going, and what Sean Payton and these guys are about to bring in. And I guess my only thing is, the only caution I have for people is like something should at least strike you as odd, because Payton has kept this man around, not having any of these snaps that they keep illuminating, and he's still been there for 3 years. In terms of that, we should assume he can't play. I don't think it's that, though. I don't think that's the energy around any of this. But your initial reaction with this game coming up now?
Well, I think for me, it's going to come down to the defense, which defense plays better, because Drake May's a great quarterback, but I don't think he's there yet, Sav, as far as like carrying a team to a championship, to a Super Bowl. He's capable of putting them in this position, obviously, but I think their defense made the difference last week against Buffalo. Or not Buffalo, I'm sorry. I just think that Denver is at home. They're tough to beat at home. And Sean Payton is a quarterback guru. So for him to keep Jarrett Stidham around tells me he believes that Jarrett Stidham has something that he can bring to the table successfully, because look at who else they could have gotten. They could have gotten Joe Flacco. They could have gotten Phillip Rivers. They decided we don't want to mess with either one of those guys. We're going to keep this guy in-house because he knows our playbook and he knows my system. And, I think they need to run the ball to take the pressure off of him. But I think it comes down to whichever defense steps up and forces the most turnovers.
Now, Monty, I know you don't really care about either, you know what I mean? And I get that. But let's just say, and this is why I want to ask you this, because from your standpoint, when you hear that, let's say you were going to just take a chance and you're just going to roll the dice, make a bet. When you hear that they're playing a guy to go to the Super Bowl that has not played at all, and then you got what kind of feels superior, even though I know this is the first rendition of these new Patriots, but it feels like something that we're familiar with. Does that mess with your mind in the way that I think it might with the public?
I just think losing your leader so late in the season, like you said, this is going into the championship game. If the team, your team has to rally around you, right? And going into Denver is going to be tough. But I think that New England having their quarterback all year, you kind of know what you're going to get. This guy, they say, hasn't got many snaps, so you don't really know what you're going to get from him on the big stage. So I think it'll be tough for Denver to pull it out. But I'm not saying it's impossible though. Again,
Sam, let's not forget that May fumbled 4 times last week.
Right.
So there's that factor too, as far as him handling the big moment.
But they also have a defense though that can make up for those four fumbles.
And with that said, and Griggs, take us home before I make these bets. What you think, man? I got to have you condense them both. I mean, you give me a word on the Denver thing, who you like, why you like them, and the same thing, man, going out the door with the Seattle and the Ram thing.
I'm telling you, I think that Denver is going to be up for a treat. That quarterback is going to be throwing some things that he ain't used to. You practicing, that's great. You watching what you've been doing, Bo Nix and everything else. Okay, but now you're thrown into the seat. And if I'm on defense, I'm on Patriots, we're going to throw some stuff at you, man, to make you so uncomfortable that you have never seen. I don't care what you see. You're going to see some defensive snaps that they haven't shown to this quarterback to get him to have to rush his style, whatever it's going to be. He's got to establish right now he can play at this moment, okay? May has already shown all the way up to this point that he can take this team to where it is right now. He's done it this whole season. He's gotten them there, okay? Got them here. He's got them through the games. Fumbles, everything else, this is where they are. So now it's going to be who a quarterback is going to be able to seize this moment. So, and I think May's going to be able to do it.
You got May. All right. And give me 1 in 10 seconds. Who you got, Stafford or Darnold? Sort of same thing. Darnold, different narrative. Stafford, established. We respect him. Where you going?
I like Darnold. Darnold is doing some things. He's doing some things. He's got a defense to prove it too. So I think he's got something to prove. He's got a better chip on his shoulder. I just think he's a better competitor. So I'm going to go with that.
There that is. Sure. There it is. And Griggs on you. All right. Andy Sanzada, I'm going to get your stuff tomorrow. Monty Features, we get your Friday stuff in as well. We got to get out of here for today, man. I certainly appreciate all you gentlemen. Hell of a job. Josh Burnham always doing your thing. People, I'm going to run these down with you. I got about less than 30 seconds. All right, listen. NBA is right here. Bulls, points, plus 8.5. Dallas, points, plus 5.5. Philly on the Sixer game, plus 2.5. All right, and the Lakers, Clippers, under 222.5. On the ice, by the way, Andy, I was 3-0 on the ice yesterday. Pittsburgh plus the puck line tonight. All right, at Edmonton, we going Detroit tonight. Puck line. All right, and Colorado, Dallas under 6.5. That's the work. Andy, we're gonna work on the Aussie parlay, man. Tomorrow we get that in, man. All right, so we got that Aussie open, everybody. Thank you, man, for Ann Griggs, for Monty Features, for Andy Sanzada, Josh Burnham. I'm Andre of the Savages, everybody. Please be respectful, be kind, be nice, never cheat on your wife. And damn it, handle your business today. We'll see you for Friday on the close.
Where we're at now, it can't be what is the end going to look like. It has to be we have to take care of business today and then tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
His store and more, the Man Superstore.